973. Tweet at LBC. Text 84850.
I just really said some of your comments. You were talking about whether or not 15 hours of extra lessons will be enough to address 13 months of disrupted learning for our students. And some of the comments here saying that some of the comments I've been hearing, 15 hours might be needed for the entire country. The idea that 15 hours can correct so much disrupted learning. I read out some of those messages from people whose partners are involved in trying to help students learn remotely, reporting that most students weren't remotely interested in learning like that. So we know there is a problem, and there has been a sort of deficiency in learning. It's just whether or not 15 hours is going to do anything. It's anything but lip service, to put it right. And when I said that you look at the finances, the money behind this, and it's 250 quid a pupil compared to 2,500 per pupil in the Netherlands. Lots of strong views already. And I must just put it in context. I mean, the headline in the newspapers is, lost generation of children, 15 hours to save them. And Brett from Leighton just tweeted, message, not sure we can call it a lost generation. It's a year plus. When I was at school in the 1970s, taking a year out would have suited me down to the ground. Let's not over-dramatise it. I've actually heard comments like that quite a lot away from here. What about you? Do you think 15 hours will do anything to address the concerns you may have for your children? 0345 6060 973. Text me at 84850 or tweet me at LBC. Simone in Tufnell Park, North London is on the line. Good afternoon, Simone. Afternoon. Are you secondary or primary?
I'm primary, actually.
Can you just tell us some of the secrets? Tell us a little about what the children have been going through, how you've tried to educate them through lockdown.
Well, absolutely just through remote learning at the moment, but having gone back into class, I'm really feeling the difference between the children who they just want to go home. They're continuously asking me, is it home time? Continuously saying, is it, am I going home yet? Or, just the whole sport thing. I did a lesson with a year one class a few weeks ago, and the children didn't even want to run around and say, I'm tired, I can't do it, I don't want to do it, there's stuff around. It's just the lack of motivation. There's other things, and we've always had this mindfulness, and we're very good in schools with keeping our children safe, and we really do. It's almost, you learn, it isn't just what you're teaching the children, but how the children are interacting with you and how they are mentally, and that's always been at the forefront of every school. Every school teacher, every head teacher will tell you that. The children's mental health, even when it wasn't COVID time, was always is always at education.
Are you suggesting that mental health in the youngsters, you've been describing, that's taken a bigger hit than sort of academia?
Absolutely, I think so.
So that would echo what Fraser, our head teacher from another primary school, was saying. So
it's not just the things but we are doing so much. PSA now we're going to get back into it, but it is, and it's everything. And you can't just keep saying that it's got to be taught, because we are dealing with so many things at the moment that trying something else at us isn't really going to help. And I think just the 15 hours that the government is throwing the money at school for 15 hours for the children. I have last 5, 6, 7 years, we've done booster classes. I've gone in at lunch. I've gone in at during Easter holidays, during the first 6 Christmas holidays, going in and doing booster classes for children to catch up. The gap has always been there. Just because it's highlighting service, the government should be picking up a quick. They should be listening to teachers and head teachers.
Well, that may be the case, but going back to your own students, that you've painted a picture that they are struggling, perhaps in ways that our education ministers are not fully appreciating.
No.
How do you put it right at £250 a pupil?
You can't. You cannot, because there's not that time has gone where you could go to unions and say, if I've got more than 30 children in my class, I'm going to my union. I'm teaching children in a class of 31, 32, 33.
One of the concerns that I've got, if you were hearing my earlier chat to the union was that teachers may very well bite the government's hand off for the extra money that extra lessons may provide. That's what I was going to ask you. Would you be tempted? No?
Listen, I get to school, so I am paid from 20 to 9 until 2:30. Those are my wages. I only work 27.5 hours a week. I get to school at 7:30. I don't need till 6. I get there, I do what I need to do. That's it. I get to school every morning.
There's no. You're saying that the promise of a financial reward is not a financial reward. They're already there doing the hours.
Well, we're doing 6 to 70 hours a week. I mean, what more are they going to ask us to do? Just because, and they're going to pay you something like 28 pounds. 28. It sounds like 28 hours. 28 pounds an hour. That is not. No way. We're already doing so much. And also, we get, the argument. Oh, we get these long holidays. No, our wages are spread along those holidays because we've got a contract that says work for a month and our wages are plus that 12 months. People don't realise that. People just think, oh, we get all these holidays, and we are working during these holidays. I mean, I remember I ran a school fire music coordinator. I think my country did O2. We got back home at 1 o'clock in the morning. I've done Sundays and concerts, etc. We don't get paid for those. I think just throwing money at us is not going to help. It's not going to help.
Do you feel safe at school now? Because that was one of the big issues through most of last year as a teacher in a COVID environment in a pandemic.
I teach my lessons with a mask on the whole day. I teach my lessons with the mask on. And you talk about in terms of catching COVID.
Just how safe you feel, because I'm just trying to with all the concern that we had about transmission within schools, and then we've got the government paying lip service to lost education. I think the money is pretty miserly. I think it's difficult to see it in glowing terms. But I'm also, however disingenuous Brit from Leighton may be, children, I'm still wondering whether children really have had a terrible time. Some children have had a terrible time. Some children have lost terrible time.
I don't think it depends on the child. But I've got 3 nieces. Not one every morning. They go on with their homework. They do what they need to do, and then they're done. So they're quite motivated in those sense. But when you've got parents who are not keeping on their children, not checking in on them, and they don't, that you lose that motivation to learn. You have to have the backing of that child's parent to progress the education of that child. We had a lot of parents that didn't ever log on in the morning. It was tough because you have to have that support from your parents to be able for your child to be able to catch up. And if you don't have that catch up working together with a parent and teacher, you will fall behind. And the thing is, you're being mentioned about the PP children, the improving children. Yeah, we get funding from the government for that. But we had that for a long time. But even so, that money is not enough.
Where are we on? Is there an opportunity for? Would you actually wholesale change? I mean, look at some of the comments coming through. Some people saying that we should spend the money on changing the system from an exam factory into something else. Well, I mean, let's get real. £250 per pupil ain't going to change anything. £1.5 billion ain't going to change anything.
Honestly, for me, I would like the people that I want to take advice from, and the people that I want to, that have to take improve the education system and the structure that we have at the moment. I want people's education to be in there. I don't want this person that's been eaten, who has no idea of how schools are run, or how they're structured, or how teachers and staff, they need to cope with things. I want somebody who actually knows the workings of a school to be telling me this is what you need to do. I don't want some person who doesn't.
Okay, what about one of our listeners who's saying, forget about 15 hours extra, just make students stay in school when they're supposed to be there rather than roaming the streets of Britain from 2:30 in the afternoon? I think that taps into what you were saying about how COVID has changed their mindset, perhaps, and they just don't want to be at school anymore.
No, it's true. But I've set times till 3:30. We've not changed that. We don't control anything from COVID.
Right, and you're not seeing any other, your charges sound quite young, so you're not seeing truancy or anything like that?
No, truancy, no, absolutely not. Not seeing any of that. No, not seeing any of that. It's just like primary.
I didn't hear a few South Florida. At least 25 others were injured when a vehicle pulled up outside the building. 3 people started firing into a crowd. Helicopters into the Miami-Dade County. Fire breathing.
shopsmallpledge for full T's and C's.
Where can our trains take you this summer? Whether it's a much needed